So the Doolittle Raid was the first WW2 air raid on Tokyo. It was revenge for the Pearl Harbor attack, and it happened on April 18th, 1942. President Roosevelt demanded that the U.S. military find a way of striking back directly at Japan after the Pearl Harbor attack. They were to drop their bombs in Japan and then fly onto land in an area of China controlled by the pro-Allied nationalists. Because the naval force had been spotted by the Japanese, the launch was made 650 miles from Japan instead of 400 miles away. So unfortunately they were spotted, so they did have to start the raid from a further distance, which means they also landed at a different spot in China than they had planned to. After the attack, all the aircraft ran short on fuel. One diverted to land in Soviet Russia. The other 15 headed for nationalist China. Only 3 crew members were killed from this bombing raid, while all the others survived. 8 fell into the hands of the Japanese. The only possible way to reach Japan mainland was with carrier-borne aircraft, but the standard naval planes had too short a range, which would mean that the carriers would have to sail dangerously close to Japan's coast. Instead, a special unit of U.S. Air Force B-25 Mitchell bombers that were much larger than naval aircraft were trained under Colonel James Doolittle to take off from the carrier USS Hornet. They were to drop their bombs in Japan and then to fly on into land in an area of China controlled by the pro-Allied Chinese nationalists. So 16 bombers took off successfully on April 18th. The bombers arrived to Japan in daylight, but they suffered very little damage from enemies, probably because they took them by surprise and they just weren't prepared for such an attack. After the bombing raid, all the aircraft ran short on fuel, so they had to make emergency landings in China, Soviet Russia, and some of them did fall into Japanese hands. So these are some images of the bombers before the raid. This is to the east of Japan, and they're getting them prepared and ready. And this is Lieutenant Colonel Doolittle on the left here, who put the raid together. And yeah, that's it for this video. I just want to say thank you for watching. If you could give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you. Bye.